What up, cellar dwellers? This is Overlord Dan bringing you review for our month of horrors. And in this one, we're going to talk about the classic Nightmare on Elm Street, the one that kicked off the whole deal. 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. All that shit. So I assume most of you have seen it. Most of you know the story. Freddy comes to you in your dreams. He eats off your fear, like fucking fucked up version of Monsters Inc. or something. And the only way to defeat him is to not be afraid of him. So, to be totally honest, I had never seen it before, but I'm really fucking glad that I watched it. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to grade each movie I watch on a handful of categories. I'm just going to quick fire them off. So that's what we're going to start with. First category is creativity. So this is the first of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. Totally first of its kind. Total trailblazer of a film. So I got to give it... fuck. I don't know how we're going to do this. I'm going to give it a thumbs up on that. That's how we're going to do these. Thumbs up, thumbs down, or just mediocre. So I'm going to give it a thumbs up on creativity. Very creative, very good. For music, definitely a thumbs up. The music in this movie is super cool. It creates a great vibe. It's like 80s pop, techno, synth thing. It's very fun. Ambiance. When they're in the dream world, it's great. It's like this house of horrors, like this haunted house type deal. So definitely a thumbs up on ambiance. The gore. I'm going to give this a mediocre on gore. When they do it, it's very cool. There's a lot of blood and shit, but there's not a lot of guts, and it's only a handful of times they do anything at all like that. Jump scares, I'm going to give this a thumbs down. You kind of are always prepared for the jump scares because they only really happen when they're in the dream world. There's a couple times where you think you're in the real world, but they're really in a dream, sort of like Inception style or something, but that's not very frequent. Lasting impact. If the movie were a little less goofy, I think it would have left me with a bigger impact. The idea is really fucking scary. But the execution, I'd say, was more on the fun side and less on the actual, traumatizing side. So I'm probably going to give it a mediocre on lasting impact just because idea-wise, great. Execution-wise, more fun, less scary. So overall, I definitely give this movie a thumbs up. Very cool movie, very cool idea, and I mean, it gave us fucking Freddy Krueger for the first time. So props to Wes Craven for this great film. Hope you guys dug this. We'll see you tomorrow night for another installment of The Month of Horrors.